today for your gift-giving needs. Check us out at www.mccormickcreations.com. Again, that's www.mccormickcreations.com. Hey, we made it easy for you here on Nextdoor Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Nextdoor Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Nextdoor with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s classic rock, you can now take anywhere you want to go. Download the Nextdoor Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores. The Smithsonian Drive to Graham County. The Graham Museum is one of 6 host sites in North Carolina for Crossroads Change in Rural America. The Crossroads exhibit will be here from December 6th through January 19th. The museum is open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For weekend hours and a list of programs, visit www.gramblemuseumnc.org. Crossroads Change in Rural America is part of Museum on Main Street, a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and North Carolina Humanities Councils nationwide. Support for Museum on Main Street has been provided by the United States Congress. Sponsored by Little Caesars, located in Granville Corners in Oxford, North Carolina, home of the hot and ready pizza. We are under new ownership and black owned. Get a free Crazy Bread with the purchase of 2 pizzas Monday through Wednesday. Mention offer code #Crazy Bread Special. Call us at 919-514-1450. Crazy Bread Special. Call us 919-514-1450. Car Lake Outfitters has you covered this holiday season with Santa-approved gifts. For the ladies, Car Lake Outfitters has the popular Lake Girl apparel, Sherpa 1/4-zip pullovers, sweatshirts, hoodies, long sleeve tees, and hats in many styles and colors. The ladies will love the Greenwich Bay soaps and lotions, especially the very comfortable Hello Mellow loungewear. For the guys, Car Lake Outfitters has the largest selection of hats in the area, with over 400 to choose from. Combat Waterfowl, Los Wando, Low Country, East Coast Waterfowl, and Raised Right, to mention a few. For anyone on your list, pick up one of the Kinga Iceless coolers. Keeps your beverage cold for up to 7 hours with no ice. Choose from the new backpack, the pouch, 12 and 24 case mates. Let's not forget the Car Lake branded shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, and signs. Car Lake Outfitters, a fun place to shop this holiday season. Open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Located at 993 South Beckford Drive in Henderson at the Marketplace Shopping Center next to Postal Plus. This holiday season, shop Car Lake Outfitters, the laid-back, casual lifestyle.
It's time for the Tailgate Sports Show.
And a good afternoon to you. It's time for the Tailgate Sports Show. My name is Trey Stout. Our phone line brought to you by Little Caesars, home of the hot and ready pizza, 919-618-9258. That's 919-618-9258. Once again, my name is Trey Stout. If you missed this program, you can head back to our website at nextdoorradio.com. Go under the program and recordings tab. Everything you need to know is sitting right there. Derek Ross, the head men's basketball coach at Jordan High School, home of the Falcons, my friend. 2-5 on the regular season, but I can tell you that what you're thinking is that record doesn't indicate how well this team is going. But first, how are you, my friend? Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, sir. I'm doing well, Trey. How are you?
I am fantastic. I appreciate you. Tell me a little bit about this 2-5 record. Are you kind of surprised? Are you where you thought you were going to be? We had the pleasure of broadcasting the Burlington School broadcast game the other day, and you guys almost pulled that game out against a really good squad there in the Burlington School. But tell me a little bit more about your team going into the game against Hillside.
Yes, sir. So the 2-5 record, man, is definitely not an indication of who we are and how good we can play. We've played the top teams in the state. So 6 of our games were against the top teams in the state of North Carolina. And so we're coming off of playing a United Faith team who is really, really talented this past weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina, which was a big game. And heading into this Hillside game, we played a Southern Durham on Friday as well and came out with the win on that. And we're looking to jump forward into this conference play. We did a schedule just to make sure that our guys are prepared and ready for what's to come. We have high expectations. We know that this team is really good and capable of achieving a lot. And last year, I believe that we didn't have a difficult non-conference, and I think the difficult non-conference is what's going to prepare us to push us to that next round and make a state championship run. I think that's what we're gearing towards.
So you're looking at right about 65 points a game. The last couple lost, Berlin School, Panthers Creek, Northwood. And you just mentioned you got the win against Southern Durham, and then faced off against a really good squad out of Charlotte, which is United Faith Christian Academy. Tell me about your players during those losses. What was the kind of conversation, if you can, on some of the players, what they were saying after a couple of those losses?
Well, after the Northwood loss, that was a really high intense game. We're playing against Drake Powell, who's committed to North Carolina, and you got Hubert Davis in the stands. So the guys were ramped up about the game, and we go into the fourth quarter actually tied into that game, and so we had a chance to almost pull that one out. And after that game, we go in the locker room, and I just felt the energy of the kids. They felt defeated, right? A lot of them have not played.
You're good. I hear you're still there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
It said my call failed. I don't know what happened.
You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we go into the locker room, man, and a lot of I could sense that they were defeated, like their head, their body language. And I told the guys, look, this is the schedule that we created. We understand that there's going to be some lumps and some adversity, but what we're good at, we're a resilient team. These guys can bounce back. We've been under the weather. We've had 2 guys that missed the actual Southern game and the United Faith game. So we haven't even been full strength. And I told the guys to just continue to have faith and believe that we can do this thing. We can do this. And heading into the conference play, we're back full strength and we're excited. We had some players to really step up in that Southern Durham game with the absence of Rivers Knight and Walker Woodall, who are big-time contributors for our team. Derek Ross Jr. stepped up. He had 19. And then R.J. Bridges just has been playing out of this world, man. The senior guard, he's averaging 24 a game. He had a big game against Southern as well with 23 on 9 of 12 shooting. And then Javier Ortiz on our team as well. I mean, he was on the glass. And the biggest success that I saw was Charlie Russell. Man, Charlie Russell is a 6'9" kid who has only been playing basketball 2 years, and he was able to contribute in a major way against Southern Durham with 12 points and 8 rebounds, awesome. Man. And that really kind of pushed us. Yes, that kind of pushed us over the edge and helped us win that game.
It's so nice to hear where if some of the players that are some of your big players, you should say your talented players lose a couple games by way of injury or sickness or whatever it is. And then you have somebody that not necessarily, hey, on the broadcast, we're not going to say his name over and over for points or whatnot, but we are going to say his name for the toughness and the rebounding and the defense. And it's always nice to see somebody else step up in a big way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We love, that's what we talk about, man. Next man up. These type of things happen to teams, right?
Yeah.
You have players that go down with injuries. You have illnesses that occur. Who's ready to step in and fill that void? And I think we have a talented group of guys. And honestly, I have 16 guys that can play. They can really play basketball. So who can step up? And we're stepping up and rise to that occasion. Even in those losses, we were right in all of those games. So I'm excited and really happy about this team.
Coach Ross Jones is here. He's the head men's basketball coach of Jordan High School, home of the Falcons. I have the pleasure of broadcasting their basketball games as well here on the network, here at Next Door Radio and nextdoorradio.com. Again, this is the Tailgate Sports Show. My name is Trey Snyder. Phone line brought to you by Little Caesars, home of the hot and ready pizza, 919-618 9258. You talked a little bit about the sickness and the injuries. How's the depth chart looking right now going into the Hillside game?
Going into the Hillside game, we have everybody back.
Awesome.
So we're fully loaded. We're full strength, and we're ready to rock and roll. The guys are hungry. I think we had a really good practice yesterday. I think that a couple of my speeches, I was able to motivate them and get them pumped up. Hillside is always a big game. It's almost like a rivalry game for us, being a Durham school. Hillside is always going to play hard. They're always going to compete. So we got to bring it. We got to be on our A game, and I think we will be.
So tell me more about Hillside matchup. Again, does it favor Jordan High School or does it kind of favor the Hillside side of things?
I definitely think it favors us this year. We're a little bit deeper and that's my opinion. Hillside's a really good team, and they have a few returners from last year, and Jay Braswell and Devin Sims, who are really good, and Caitlin Catlett at the guard position. However, I think they're a little young, and I think that we have a little bit more experience there, and I think that we have a little bit more size as well. So we want to try to utilize that as much as possible. But again, they're a well-coached team. Coach Lee Worthy is a really great guy. Always make sure his guys are prepared. And one thing for sure about them, they're going to be scrappy.
Again, that game is tonight. It's going to be at home for Jordan against Hillside, which is the first conference game of the regular season. It's at 7 p.m. and is also, again, the conference matchup for Jordan. My friend, hey, good luck the rest of the way. We're excited to be able to get back out there, not either home or away, and see what you guys are made of. Of course, you played well against Burlington School, but played well on every single matchup this year. So what are you looking for? What's the true expectations going into the conference play? Of course, you got Hillside tonight, but tell me a little bit more about the other conference opponents in this conference. Are you excited about it? You like your chances? Tell me a little bit more about that.
I really like my chances. I've been hearing of a lot of other coaches say that I was a little crazy for scheduling my non-conference so hard and making my record look a little, hey, it is what it is at this point. And I think we're the best team in the conference, honestly. And the expectation is that we want to go undefeated in the conference. I really think it's possible. There are some really good teams. I think Northern is going to surprise some teams this year. As well, Hillside's always going to be good. Chapel Hill, they're 6-0 right now. I think they had a weaker non-conference, but I think they may surprise a few people. But in the end, I believe our team is the best team in the conference, and the expectation is for us to win.
Kind of looking down your stats here. Of course, you have Bridges, you mentioned earlier, averaging 24 points a game. Ross averaging a little over 9 points. Woodall, 14 points. So you've got a good mix of players to go into the conference tournament. So my friend, hey, congratulations. Continue doing what you're doing. You're playing fantastic basketball. And I invite people to look more than just the record itself, which you are standing at 2-5, but facing off against an extremely tough non-conference. So it prepares you very well moving into the conference and of course the conference tournament leading into the playoffs. My friend, God bless you. We love you. We appreciate you.
Yes,
and good luck the rest of the way. Okay.
Thank you, Trey. It's always a pleasure to be on the show.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Coach Ross. Derek Ross, head men's basketball coach of the Jordan High School Falcons. They have a matchup tonight, which is the first conference matchup of the regular season against Hillside. Always a rivalry there, of course, not only in football, which the football program that Hillside went undefeated when it made it into the playoffs as the number 1 seed. And Jordan High School football lost that game by 1 point. So we're going to see that kind of transition into the basketball season as well. Tremendous coach and Coach Ross. We appreciate him. We love what he's doing there at Jordan High School. Again, my name is Trey Snyder on behalf of the Tailgate Sports Show. Until next time, hey, we'll see you later. NextDoorRadio.com. Available now by way of the Google and Apple Store is the Nextdoor Radio app. Anywhere you want to go, you can take Nextdoor with you. All the local talk programs, all local sports, and a great mix of 70s, 80s, classic rock, you can now take anywhere you want to go by download the Nextdoor Radio app today. Available Google and Apple stores. The Smithsonian has arrived to Granville County. The Granville Museum is one of 6 host sites in North Carolina for Crossroads Change in Rural America. The Crossroads exhibit will be here from December 6th through January